Hey, Shalom, Shalom. Want to give all praise, glory, honor due unto Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahushua, Bahashem, Prophet give honor to the apostles, elders, and prophets, with all respect to the brother teaching truth down on the globe worldwide. You know, basically the title of this lesson is going to be Esau / Wacky Tacky Christians have a problem with slavery and the color of Yahweh. You see, and the reason why this lesson had to be brought forth is simply because, you know, I was watching, the brother, one of his live streams he did, GMS South Carolina 05, they did a live stream. I didn't see all of, but he did a lesson about, this Edomite chick, and, how this Edomite woman, so-called white woman had a problem, I was saying they had a problem, with the color of Yahwashi. And that's basically what all these Edomites do, man. They have a problem with the color of Yahwashi because in their mind, they believe that Yahwashi, they call so-called Jesus Christ, is a so-called white man with blonde hair and blue eyes. But that's the image that they have been pushing, that vibration that they have been pushing throughout the globe. And also that vibration that they push upon our people, man. They have our people believe that they Savior, our Savior, is a blonde hair, blue eyed, pale skinned man, that died for the whole world, you see. And that nothing could be further from the truth. Now why you probably say why he said that? Because you have scripture that shows you that Yahweh, which the word enemy called Jesus Christ, is not a so-called white man. He's not a blonde hair, blue-eyed white man. But he's a Yahweh, which the world called enemy called Jesus Christ, is a Negro. And if you read the book of Revelations, chapter 1, roughly around verse 13 through 15, it describes Yahweh. Describes him having hair. He had woolly hair. His eyes is a flaming fire. He has the voice of many waters. And they said, according to the scripture, they said feet was like unto fine brass. And you ask these Edomites what color brass is, they'll do everything to try and explain away the question. Why? Because they don't want to accept the fact of the matter that they have believed in a lie all these years. And our people are the same way. And when you ask our people what color is Yahweh, and you show them in the scripture, they do the exact same thing. They do everything that they can, to try to explain away the color of Yahweh. You see, they'll say that color don't matter. It don't matter. And guess what? If color didn't matter, then why is it? You ask the question, why is it? All of a sudden, when Yahweh, according to Esau, white, you didn't have a problem believing that. And a lot of you Jakes out there, man, a lot of you still had that white Jesus posted up in your house, I bet. Why? Because when you talk about Jesus Christ, the first image that pops in your mind is a blonde hair, blue-eyed white man with long shaggy hair. And the scriptures don't even describe that. The scriptures describe Yahweh as a dark-skinned Negro. You see, and that scripture mess up a lot of you Jakes out there. It mess up a lot of Edomites because they want you to believe the fact of the matter that Yahweh is a so-called black man, well, a so-called white man, with blonde hair, blue eyes. And also, they hate, Yahweh. They hate Yahweh because Yahweh is only for his people. Because if you read in Revelation chapter 10, Matthew chapter 10, verse 6, he told his disciples to go rather to the lost sheep of the house of Israel. Yahweh only died for Israel. not the whole world, as these Edomites want you to believe. You see, because they want you to believe that he died for everybody. So how can he die for everybody? And you Edomites are, you're rejected, according to Hebrews chapter 12, verse 16 and 17. And that shows you that these devils, they believe, according to scriptures, that their house is going to continue forever. You see, they believe that not only they got the rulership now, because Job 9:24 said the earth is given to the hand of the wicked. You see, not only that they got the rulership now, they believe they still gonna be in power forever. They still believe that they're gonna be ruling in the kingdom of heaven. You see, when the Savior returns, they believe there's gonna be the blood-haired, blue-eyed Jesus that's gonna forgive all the sin and all the atrocities that they have committed. And they're going to just be forgiven for it. And everybody's going to be hugging and kissing and sing kumbaya and holding hands, and everybody's going to live happily ever after. But according to the scriptures, it's quite the opposite. You see, according to the scriptures, and this is another thing that Esau, these Wacky Tacky Christians have a problem with. They don't believe there's going to be slavery in the kingdom of heaven. You see? They believe that everything's just going to be wiped away. And they believe that when the Yahwashi returns, he's going to come back, he's going to forgive everybody. Because because Christianity is a hell of a drug. It did a hell of a number on our people. And Christianity is one hell of a drug. And they want you to believe that the Savior is just going to just forgive everybody. And everything's just going to be all happy, hunky-dory. But it's scriptures that throughout the Bible that said contrary to that. Because if you read the book of Isaiah chapter 14, starting at, basic second verse, which is the point, it says it's going to bring them into their place, into their place. And they're going to possess them as servants and handmaids. And what they're talking about? They're talking about in the kingdom of heaven, when Yahwashi return, he's going to personally take down Esau, Edom. And what's going to happen in the kingdom, that all that's left, that's not of Israel, they're going to be hand servants and handmaids, meaning that there's going to be slavery. The answer is yes, there is going to be slavery in the kingdom of heaven. Why? Because Esau ain't paid for all the crimes and atrocities that he had committed against the Most High chosen people. You see, Esau has to pay for the crime that he committed. And you have a lot of these Edomites, they believe that, well, our forefathers did that to your forefathers. We ain't had nothing to do with that. But guess what? Somebody has to pay the piper. You see, all the murders of the Most High chosen people, they haven't been right. They haven't been our people haven't got justice yet. You see, and our people continue to be slaughtered, by Edomites in the streets. You see, our people continue to be dealt with unjustly in the street with unrighteous decrees, as it written in the book of Ecclesiasticus, chapter 10, verse 8. It said, because of unrighteous decrees, the kingdom is translated from one hand to another. Because y'all had unrighteous dealings, with the Israelites. You made in your constitution that we 3/5 of a human being. In your laws you passed, we are the last hire and we the first fire. You see, and then in the working society, then you put a race on the job application. Why you do that? Because you already know in your mind that you do not want to hire the Israelites, the so-called Black, Latino, Native Americans. And when you do hire them, you pay them minimum wage. You pay them just enough just to get by, just enough to pay the bills. You know what I'm saying? And while you hoard all the money for yourself. And then according to the scriptures, you're supposed to pay the person on the same day. After they work their hours and stuff, you're supposed to pay their wages. But you Edomites don't do that when you own business. You hold a pay, for a week or 2 weeks. You had to have our people slave at the plantation for 1 or 2 weeks, and then when they get their check, it's barely enough money to take care of their bills. It's barely enough money to take care of the household. you know, Yahweh forbid if Jake has you know, he's married, he has a wife and has children. You know what I'm saying? We barely get paid enough to take care of our household. We don't have enough to you know, to enjoy ourselves with. Why? Because you devil make it hard for us, man. And according to Deuteronomy chapter 28 verse 49, it paraphrased that we ought to go to you for one of all things, because Israel, we are under the curses. And according to that same chapter, guess what? You know, in the same chapter, we've been scattered to the four corners of the globe. And that's the reason why this gospel had to go universal. You see, because we are scattered throughout the four corners of the globe. And our people are enslaved in slavery in the four corners of the globe. You see, everywhere that is like, oh, we under some type of bondage. We're under some type of hard captivity. And you all refuse to let us go. You all refuse to let us serve our power, Yahwashi. That's the reason why, Salaki. That's the reason why you constantly push the white Jesus, and you know, in our face. You saying that he's our Savior, and you know, this white Jesus is one that's going to redeem us. Guess what? He's not going to redeem us. Ain't no blonde hair, blue-eyed white, so-called white man going to redeem us. And that's what a lot of you wacky tacky Christians, y'all have a problem with that. Whereas you Edomites do too, because the truth of the scriptures is coming out, and you being exposed on every level. You see, and you don't believe that it's going to be slavery in the kingdom. You don't believe that Israel, the so-called Black, Latino, Native Americans, are going to get paid back. Guess what? We're going to get paid back because of you know, the book of Revelation, chapter 13, verse 10. It said that he that leadeth into captivity shall go into captivity, and he that killeth with the sword must be killed with the sword. Here is the patience and the faith of the saints. And who are the saints? The saints are Israelites. You know what I'm saying? You Black, Latino, Native American. We ain't got revenge for all the murders that these devils committed against us. We ain't got payback because in the book of Revelation also, if you read about the fifth seal, it talks about the souls of Israel crying and complaining to Yahwashi because of what these devils did and what our enemies did to us. Roughly paraphrased and said that they're gonna rest a little season, you know, until their brothers be killed as they were. You know what I'm saying? You devils gonna continue to slay our people until your house shall return, because you have that perpetual hatred against our people. You see, you had that perpetual hatred against our people. You put our people into slavery. You know, you had our people in slavery, and you slaughtered over 100 million Native Americans, which is the tribe of Gad. You see, you slaughtered over 100 million Native Americans. That hasn't been righted out yet. Them Native Americans got slaughtered. They haven't received justice for being slaughtered. You see, you know what I'm saying, they got put in slavery too, you know. Just as well as our people did. Our people got, you know, you killed over 100 million of our people before they even came over into the Americas. You see? And you devils believe that you don't have to get, you ain't gonna be paid, you ain't got to pay for that. But guess what? You had to pay for that. Just like our people when our forefather gave up Yahwashi. Our people paying for that right to this day. You know? Our people are paying for that. You know what I'm saying? We paying for our crimes that we commit against Yahwashi. You see, we are under the curses. You see, the scatter is a curse. We gotta go to you for one of all things. That's a curse. You know what I'm saying? We had these jobs that barely pay enough. That's a curse. We are under the curses. You see, the scripture said that the curse is gonna pursue us and it's gonna overtake us until we be consumed. You know what I'm saying? We are in slavery. You see? You know what I'm saying? That naming one bank, naming one military equipment that the so-called Black, Latino, Native Americans have owned. You know what I'm saying? name one, you can't do it. Because guess what? We don't have no military might. We don't even have our own base. Because when you go back into Wall Street, you know, you never got mad because Wall Street, and there's another one that was in Chicago, they were booming. You know, they business was booming. Guess what? You got mad and y'all destroyed it. But we know that's part of the curses for those who waking up in the truth. You definitely have a lot to pay for, man. You have a lot to pay for. The Most High had put our people under a curse because we disobeyed all statute commandments of the Most High. And guess what? And you definitely believe that you're going to go unpunished. You know, we got put under curse and we got put in punishment. What makes you think that you're going to just get off scotch-free? You're not going to get off scotch-free. Scripture said that you would not go unpunished. If you read the book of Jeremiah, chapter 25, verse 14 through 29, you know all the nations going to have to drink of that cup, man. You see, you're not going to get out of jail free card. You're not going to get a free pass for all the iniquity that you have done against the Most High chosen people. You're going to have to pay, man. You definitely going to have to pay for that. And you definitely y'all have a problem with that, man. When we show in the scripture that you're gonna have to pay for what you have did. You know, all of a sudden now you act like our forefathers did that. You know, as it said in Ecclesiastes chapter 41, verse 7, that you're gonna cry over ungodly father. You see, you're gonna say that our forefathers did that. We ain't had nothing to do with that. But guess what? You benefited off of us. You benefit off our forefathers. And you benefit off our people right to this day. And you held us fast and you refused to let us go. But guess what? In the kingdom of heaven, guess what? You're going to be put in captivity. You're going to be put in slavery. You're going to have to pay for all the crimes that you committed against the chosen people of Israel. Just like you all, Brad, when we built, our forefather built your vineyards and built your home and stuff, and you got rich off of it, guess what? We're going to do the same thing for you in the kingdom of heaven. You're going to be building our fields. You're going to be building our farms. You know what I'm saying? You're going to be tilling the land. You're going to be building our cities. You know? You're going to be doing all that. And guess what? And we're going to take credit for what you have did. But all stuff that all the building that you did in the kingdom, guess what? We're going to take credit for. Same thing you did there, we're gonna do to you, and what we're gonna be doing in righteousness. Because guess what? We gonna have payback for all the stuff you had did to us and to our forefathers and to the Most High chosen people. We're gonna get payback, you know, times 1,000 more. We're gonna get paid back. You know what I'm saying? We're gonna be reaping the benefits in the kingdom. And you devil, y'all don't like that. Y'all don't like when the shoe's gonna be on the other foot. Why? Because in your mind, you don't think you got to pay for the crimes that you committed. In your mind, you really believe that you're gonna do what you want to do, and you ain't got to pay for it. Then what? You got to pay for it, and all the other nations gonna have to pay for our captivity. They're not gonna get a get out of jail free card. Get what? They're gonna have to pay too. Guess what? They got to pay. Because they played a hand in our captivity too. And guess what? They benefited off our captivity. You see? They benefited off our captivity. Guess what? They're gonna have to pay. They're not gonna get out of jail free card. You see, they're not going to, you know what I'm saying, they're not going to get out of it. You know what I'm saying? The term of slavery in it reads, it's a condition compared to that of a slave in respect of exhausting labor and restricted freedom. And that's what the Hebrew Israelites, you Black, Latino, Native Americans are under. You are in slavery. You know what I'm saying? You don't have no freedom in this society. Oh, yeah, we do. We got freedom. We can work and do all this. And how much you getting paid to work? You getting paid minimum wage. You barely getting enough just to make it through. That's slavery. And what's slavery is that when you get paid, they hold your check for 1 or 2 weeks, and then when you get paid, that's just barely enough to cover your expenses, barely enough to maybe take care of your kids and buy food and all the other stuff. By the time you do all that, your check is already gone. I believe in the book of Nahum, if I'm not mistaken, you put the money with bags with holes in it. You see, you probably said, what all this have to do with slavery? Because that's what we under now. And these devils going to have to go through the same thing that we went through. Because Zechariah chapter 11 verse 5, it said that who possess a slave them and hold themselves not guilty. You know, and that's their mentality. They did a lot to us, and then they turn around and they hold themselves not guilty and say that, well, our forefathers did that. We ain't had nothing to do with that. We ain't got to pay for that. Oh, yes, you do. You got to pay for the crimes that you committed. You going to have to pay for those crimes that you committed against the Most High chosen people. Because you had us in bondage and you refused to let us go. And you still you still continue to have us in bondage. How we got y'all in bondage? Y'all can get all this. But guess what? You got us in mental bondage. You still ain't told us who we are as a people. And you're not going to ever tell us. Why? Because guess what? In your mind, you don't want us to know the truth. But guess what? The spirit and power of Yahwashi allow us to know the truth. You see? Through the prophet, through his prophets. They're waking the people up by the spirit and power of Yahwashi. We know who we are. And you devils are mad and upset about that. You know, and we bring, and the brothers constantly, and the prophet constantly bringing out your judgment. And you all hate it, especially you Wacky Tacky Christians. Y'all been hated. Why? Because you want to stay under your slave master. You see, you want to stay huddled up with your slave master. You don't want to have to accept the fact of the matter that your slave master got to pay for all the sins and crimes that he committed. You know, all the wrong that he done against the Most High chosen people. You all don't want to have to pay. But guess what? Guess what? Your slave master got to pay. You see, he gonna have to pay for them crimes that he committed. Cause as we read in Isaiah chapter 14, verse 2, you know, I'm finna go and get that since I stopped. You know, I'm gonna get Isaiah chapter 14, verse 1 and 2, and we're gonna go through it again. Why? Because a lot of you don't believe it. There is going to be slavery in the kingdom of heaven. You see, I'm gonna go ahead and start from the top. It says, "For Yahweh will have mercy on Jacob, and will yet choose Israel, and set them in their own land. And the strangers shall be joined with them, and they shall cleave unto the house of Jacob." And those strangers is those Israelites that are scattered throughout the four corners of the globe. You see, we got people that are scattered throughout the four corners of the globe. You are who your father is. You know, and all of us are going to be brought back to our land when your house shall return. He's going to bring us back to our land. And how he's going to do that? By the way of chariots. He's going to beam the hopeful lift up, and he's going to set them back in their own land. You see? And continuing on, verse 2, it says, "And the people shall take them." If we're going to take them, the Israelites going to take them, the captives, the other nations, and as well as Esau, Edom, and bring them to their place. And the house of Israel shall possess them in the land of Yahweh for servants and handmaids, who shall take them captives, who captives they were, and they shall rule over their oppressors. And that's plain right there. And when that's going to happen, that is going to happen in the kingdom of heaven. You know, and that's a cut on you Wacky Tacky Christians, and that's a cut on you Edomites that really think that there's not going to be no slavery in the kingdom of heaven. There is going to be slavery in the kingdom of heaven. There's going to be slavery in the kingdom. Why? Let me go back to Revelation chapter 13, verse 9 and 10. Yeah, I'm repeating the scripture because somebody need to get it. Because you're gonna have some idiot that's gonna not still won't believe it. But guess what? The scripture backs itself up. It's plain. You know, Revelation chapter 13, verse 9, it says, "If any man have an ear, let him hear. He that leadeth into captivity shall go into captivity. He that killeth with the sword must be killed with the sword. Here is the patience and the faith of the saints. And what they're talking about the Esau, Edom, that led our people in captivity. You know, the other nation led our people in captivity. Guess what? They're going to go into captivity. You know, Isaiah chapter 14, verse 2 tells you that plainly. You know, we're gonna take them to our place. You know, and we're gonna possess them as hand servants and handmaids. That's plain. And that hasn't happened yet. Our people not in their land. Why? Because those fake Jews over there, according to Revelation chapter 2, verse 9, and I'm finna get that real quick. You know, it says that I know thy works in tribulation and poverty, but thou art rich. But I know the blasphemy of them that say they are Jews and are not, but are the synagogue of Satan. I'm going to give Revelation 3:9. It reads, Behold, I will make them of the synagogue of Satan, which say they are Jews and are not, but do lie. Behold, I will make them to come and worship before thy feet, and to know that I have loved thee. And they'll let you know that them Jews over there are not the real Jews. You see, if they were the real Jews, as we said in time past, if they were the real Jews, this America, Babylon the Great would already be destroyed. Yahwashi already would have came back, and whoever was in power, since it ain't Esau, according to the so-called white man, it's the Arabs. Since they think the Esau's the Arabs be taken out of power. And get what? And this is just how slow Esau is. Get what? You will still end up being in slavery. Why? Because Esau is not a so-called white man. But yet you say that the Jews are not the Black, Latino, Native Americans. Okay, so then who are the Jews if it's not the Black, Latino, Native Americans? Them fake Jews over there, man, they ain't been put on no curses. You see, they ain't been in slavery. They haven't been in captivity 400 years. They haven't been under the devil for over 500 years in this captivity. I've been in captivity 400 years in Egypt. They ain't been in no type of slavery if they the real chosen people. You see, if they were the chosen people, guess what? All the other nations will already be in slavery. Because why? Because we were being rounded up, we will already be in their place, and they already will have us possessed as servants and handmaids. Get what? All the other nations ain't possessed as servants and handmaids under these devils, man. You see, only you Black, Latino, Native Americans, man, we are put on the curses. Therefore, thereby indicating that we are the chosen people of Yahwashi. And all the other nations that put us in slavery, as well as Esau, Edom, they're going to be put in slavery in the kingdom. You see? And guess what? Our people are not in their land yet. We're scattered throughout the four corners of the globe. And Yahwashi is going to return, and he's going to take us and put us back in our land. We ain't going to willy-nilly try to go over there to our land, because we know that we can't go over there because it is trampled on the foot until Yahwashi return. And when he returns, he's gonna take these devils out of power. You see, he's gonna get them fake Jews out of our land. He's gonna destroy them out of our land, and then he's gonna take us back into our land. You know, he's gonna get them out of our land via thermonuclear missiles and via the chariots. They'll be zapping them into powder. You see, it's gonna be slavery in the kingdom. You see, it's plenty of scriptures to back up their claim that it's going to be slavery in the kingdom. You see, you know what I'm saying? We're going to be ruling these nations with a rod of iron. You see, and that, you know, what's a rod? If there's no slavery in the kingdom, as you Edomites and you Wacky Tacky Christians put it, tell us, okay, why would the Israelites, you know, will rule the other nation with a rod of iron if there was no slavery in the kingdom? Why would they do that if there's no slavery? You see, there's a question that you can't answer. And that shows right there's going to be slavery in the kingdom. You know what I'm saying? Because Esau, Edom haven't paid for the crime that he committed. as well as the other nations, they ain't really paid for, benefiting off our slavery. They ain't paying for, being in cahoots with Esau Edom to take us out of power, to take us down, and to keep us at the bottom. You see, these Edomites know the truth. You see, and their gig is up, and they're gonna have to pay for what they have done. And these Wacky Tacky Christians going to be destroyed because they in cahoots with Esau Edom because they want their 501c3 and their 508, their tax-free exemption. It's not going to do you no good because the truth is throughout the four corners of the globe, and our people are waking up throughout the four corners of the globe. And you Wacky Tacky Christians, man, y'all going to have hell to pay. And all you preachers out there continue to preach these false doctrine, and guess what? You're going to have hell to pay. Because guess what? You continue to keep our people, under these devils, man. And according to Zechariah chapter 11, verse 5, and I'm finna pull that up real quick and go over it again. Because you all need to understand the fact of the matter that these devils have us in their possession. And they hold themselves not guilty. Zechariah 11 and 5 reads, who possess or slay them and hold themselves not guilty, and they that sell them said, blessed be Yahweh, or blessed be the Lord, for I am rich, and they own shepherd pay none. Who's those shepherds? Those shepherds, all those false pastors, man. Those false pastors in the church, they don't pay those because they've been paid off, they've been bought off by Esau Edom. They on their 501c3, and you even had the people of Israel are bought off. You see, you had a lot of these councils bought off, and they on their 501c3 or their 508. And why he said it? Because they start preaching false doctrines. And they'll try to tell Esau that, well, y'all ain't going to be slaves in the kingdom. And we just read in Isaiah chapter 14, verse 2, that we're going to be possessing them as handservants and handmaids. You see, you're going to be slavery in the kingdom, whether you accept it or not. Whether you accept it or not, and let the chips fall as they may. Because the scriptures are very plain, they're very clear, and they're very concise in what they're saying. You know what I'm saying? They don't need my opinion. They don't need nobody's opinion. The scriptures can back themselves up. And the true men of the Lord brings out the true scriptures of Yahwashi, no filter, no sugarcoat, no sparing nobody's feelings. And guess what? You Edomites and you other nations that benefit off us, you are going to slavery. You will rebuild our kingdom, and we're going to rule over you with a rod of iron. Thus said Yahwashi according to the scriptures. And that's it for a lesson. I want to say all praise to the Most High, Yahweh Shem Yahushua, Ba'ashem Ruhakadash, double honor to the apostles, elders, and prophets, another respect to the brother teacher, truth all over the globe worldwide. See you again with another lesson real soon, Yahweh willing. Shalom, Abba Ball, and Kwam Yasharala.